Hey guys, Stable Nation, I'm Kira. Welcome back to another vlog. Y'all, I'm not even gonna sit here in front with y'all like I'm all happy and, you know, gung-ho and all the things. Like, no, absolutely not. I am pissed off, I am irritated, I am frustrated, like I'm all the things. Not just because it's Shark Week, as if that wasn't enough in and of itself. No. Then, y'all know I told y'all that we were going to end up starting clinicals late, right? So they found the hospital that we are going to go to. Cool. Okay, whatever. Adjust to that information. Then comes to today and they're talking about, oh wait, y'all may not start clinicals this week. Y'all may have to wait till another week. It's like, you know what? I'm about ready to square up with all of them. All of them need to run me my fade. Run me my fade. I could not focus. I was so upset because it's like, this is frustrating. Let me catch y'all up because I forgot. I didn't film last week. So week 6, y'all are not going to get a vlog because I just needed a week to get my life the heck together, even though it still feels like it's not together because they haven't got their jit together. Okay? So last week was our second week of these new courses. These new courses are harder than our first 3 courses. So it's just taking a lot more time and all the things. So I'm trying to figure out everything. And then phlebotomy, we don't get study guides. So we have absolutely no idea how we're supposed to study for this exam that we have this week. So we're all freaking out about that because we don't want to fail the exam, because if we fail one course, it's basically like we're failing the whole program. And who is paying to go to school and fail? Absolutely not. I know I'm not. So we're all worried about that. And then last week they're like, oh, for pharmacology, they're like, oh, you have a case study due on Sunday, on Tuesday. While we're also in the midst of studying for our first quiz in pharmacology this week, our first exam in EKG this week, and also our first exam in phlebotomy. So it's like, what are y'all smoking? What exactly are y'all smoking? And then they open up the clinical course, I guess is what you can call it, and we have to watch an orientation video on that. We have to do an orientation quiz on that. Then we have to watch the orientation stuff for the hospital, and we have to take a quiz on that. And it's like, who do y'all think we are? So y'all can imagine. Just imagine the feelings. And then it's like everything is intensified for me because it is Shark Week. It sounds dramatic, and I feel dramatic when I feel the feelings, but I'm also not going to invalidate my feelings because that is how I feel in the moment. Now, next week when I'm not on my period, am I going to look back and be like, okay, girl, you was really tripping. Like, it was not that serious. Probably. But right now, I want to knock some heads off. I absolutely do. And I let that be known. Like, let's be so for real. Get it together. Get it together. And then people driving all crazy. Like, somebody gonna have to see me in real life, for real. Because, like, I'm fed up. I've had it up to here. But then back to today, they going back and forth with all this. Oh, you're gonna start clinicals this week. Oh no, you're not gonna start clinicals this week. Oh, you need to have this done. Oh no, you don't need to have that done. Oh, but you do need to have this done. Like, all this back and forth. It's like I'm a dang ping pong ball. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Help me understand. Like, it's all frustrating me. It's frustrating me. I knew this was not going to be easy. And it's like, duh, you're going to be a little stressed. But to feel this amount of stress because people are not doing what they need to do, or dragging their feet doing what they need to do, like, no, that's just not gonna fly with me. I'm sorry, not sorry. Because y'all expecting us to shell out money for this stuff, and then y'all don't even have y'all stuff together. Like, that don't work for me. Are you dumb? What is wrong with you? And you on your dang phone. Mighty God, Lord, take over. Take over now. But let me calm down. Like literally today, like after today, I feel like I need an EKG. Like my chest is literally hurting. And I don't want to have an anxiety attack. I don't want to have a panic attack because they're stressing me the heck out. And then we had like I said, we had our first EKG exam today. I did well. I felt like I did really well. However, I missed so many points. I passed, but not with the grade I wanted. But because I could have got a 100. However, I was so stressed out going into this exam that I did not, like for some reason, I read the first half of the question, but I didn't finish reading the complete question. And I missed like the second half of the question, like the answer. So I missed like half points on, I can't even remember how many questions, but I could have got a 100 and instead I got an 88. 12 points because I did not read the full question. So, yeah. I was like, I passed, and, you know, like, but the goal is to get, like, as many A's as I can because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need all the points I can get. I want the same amount of A's that I got with the last 3 courses. I'm going for A's. I don't want no B. That's the bare minimum. B equals bare minimum. I don't want that. Don't want it. So, y'all, just pray for me. Just pray for me. Pray for me. Thankfully, I haven't cried because I've definitely felt like it, but I was too upset to cry today. Like, I was actually so pissed that I wanted to cry, but like, I'm not crying in front of these folks. And then, on top of that, we had a checkoff today for the 12-lead EKG. So it's like I have all of those feelings. Like I literally had to try to, like I was trying to talk myself into it. Like, yes, you got this, you can do this. But I was like, I'm so upset. I kind of want to wait till tomorrow when my attitude is better after I've slept. But I was like, I don't want to wait until tomorrow and then psych myself out, or wait until tomorrow and then I don't remember because I practiced to take it today. Like, so I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. I ended up doing it and I got everything. So that's good. That's some more points that I can get. But it's just like, it's just too much. It is absolutely too much going on. I need them to get it together so that I can get it together. Because I'm not digging it right now. I'm not digging it. I'm not 10 out of 10 recommending right now. But yeah. So, and I honestly was just thinking about waiting until tomorrow to start this vlog because I am just not in a good mood, to be honest with y'all. But I told y'all that I was going to take y'all along for this whole process, and this is a part of the process. This is a part of the process. I don't feel happy right now. I don't like what I'm feeling about school right now. I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to be in school, like I've said 1,000,001 times, because there are people that want to go to school and they can't, whether it be financial or like whatever the reason, like they just can't. So I am absolutely grateful that I get to go to school, that I get to feel this stress, that I get to be upset about things like this, because again, there are people that want this opportunity that cannot have it, or that just can't do it right now. So let me not get on here and act like I'm not grateful. I am absolutely grateful. But that does not take away the fact that it's frustrating when people don't do what they're supposed to do. Or when people do stuff last minute. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to get on here and start this vlog. I know I started late. I was supposed to start it this morning, but I was studying for my exam, and then we took the exam, and just it was a lot going on, honestly. It was a lot going on. So, and then we kept getting all this information, and I just kept getting more and more pissed off. So yeah, like they just posted the stuff for clinical on either Saturday or yesterday, and they're like, oh, y'all need to have it done ASAP. Like, excuse me? That's how life's been going. That's what y'all missed out on. Last week also, I went to Black Rock Coffee Bar again because I had a free drink, but I didn't stay. I just went and got the drink. I tried the, what is it? The iced caramel blondie. So good. Extra sweet. Medium. Extra sweet. Don't forget the extra sweet. So good. And then I also went out to lunch with some of my former coworkers. They're my friends. I can say they're my friends. But some former work friends. Is that how I'm supposed to say that? I used to work with them, but we're friends. Does that make sense? Actually, they were in I didn't show them, but I went to brunch with them in a different vlog. I'll link that vlog in the description box below so y'all can go watch that. But yeah, I went to lunch with them. It was so good. It's always good vibes, a good conversation, all the cutesy things. And then yesterday, I finally went to go get my car washed and vacuumed out. And then I went and got me a little sweet treat. It wasn't on Thursday, but I ended up trying a medium iced Irish blondie, extra sweet, from 7 Brew with 3 pumps of caramel drizzle and whipped cream. When I tell y'all perfection, like all the coffee I had this weekend, perfection. Couldn't have made it better myself. Like, it was so good. So good. 10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend. So if y'all try it, let me know if it's good or if you like it. But that's pretty much all I did. That and study all weekend and do homework. I had a case study, like I said, due for pharmacology on top of studying for that quiz that we have this week. Like, yeah. But I'm headed home, as y'all can see. I done talked y'all's ears off for like 15 minutes. So I'm honestly just gonna see y'all tomorrow, because when I tell y'all I'm not in the mood, I'm just simply not in the mood. Like, my stomach hurts, my chest started hurting. Like, I literally feel like I need to go get evaluated because I don't know what this is. But I'm gonna just ask my mom what's wrong with me. And she might have to take my blood pressure. I hope it's not high. I really hope it's not high. I will check in with y'all tomorrow. Prayerfully, tomorrow will be better now that we have, you know, some type of information to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what the possibility is. We can go to clinical this week, or we're not going to go to clinical this week, and it'll be prolonged yet again. So, yeah, I'll just keep y'all updated with everything this week, but I am not going to film anything else today because I'm honestly not in the mood. And I don't want to be on camera like that, because y'all know we don't really get down like that. Not that I'm saying everything has to be perfect, because I am going to share this part with y'all, but I don't want to bring that attitude onto the vlog any more than I already have. But I do want y'all to see my real, raw, authentic emotions. If y'all would have seen the way I looked in class, y'all would have been like, here. I really tried to get myself together. I just could not. It was just making me even more and more upset. So, yeah. But I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Sorry I didn't film as much today. Today was much better though. Much better. Like, what I will say though is I'm grateful that I passed my first exam for EKG, and we had our first quiz in pharmacology today, and I passed it. I did not get the grade that I wanted. There were a few questions. No, I still didn't get the grade I wanted. But well, let me not say that, because I didn't even know how well I was going to do, because it's different when you look at the information and the review, and then you actually, these folks are flying through here, and then you actually like do the stuff, or not do the stuff, but like you take the test and see how they word their questions and all that kind of stuff. It's a complete difference. So it was our first for pharmacology. So I would say I did really well. I got an 85, except there were 2 questions that the test marked the answers wrong, but I knew for a fact that they were correct. So our professor is giving us those points back. So it'll actually bump me up to an 89 maybe, or maybe like a 90. It depends, because I don't know the exact calculation of the points that we're getting back. I'll have to look back at it, but it's probably going to be like an 89, 90, which is perfectly fine with me. I wanted an A, so yeah, technically I didn't get the grade that I wanted, but like I said, I didn't know how I was going to do, being that it was the first quiz that we took for that class. Anyways, but like I also just said, I feel much better today. I literally feel God's overwhelming peace, and I'm grateful, because yesterday was really bad for me. It was really bad. And one of my classmates is having one of those days today. And honestly, it just seems like every time like we're doing something concerning this program, it's like there's a block in the way for her. But I know that just is going to build her testimony up even more. So I'm excited for whenever she gets to tell it to her family and her friends or whatever, because she literally is fighting tooth and nail to be a part of this program. So, and she's one of our older classmates, so it just continues to show like it doesn't matter what age you start at, it can still be done. You can still do it. Like, you're not too old, you're not too young. Like, if you want to go to school, go to school. If you got to take it one class at a time, do that. Like, you don't have to go and do 4 classes at a time. Now, that was when I did my best work, okay? Like, I got out of high school and was like, let me show y'all what I'm really made of, okay? Dean's List 4.0. Yeah. Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Yeah. Like, I thrive in school, but at the same time, I'm stressed. But just encouragement to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not too young, you're not too old, and you can do it. You can do it. Just because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Philippians 4:13. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. And I literally just had to take some time and pray and just spend time with God last night for my Bible study, and just take those concerns to him. And when I tell y'all, he spoke to me. He literally, the verses that were in the Bible study or the reflection thing on the Bible app, I don't do mine in the morning. I use that to do my Bible study in the evenings. So the scriptures that were in that, or not reflection, daily refresh, but the scriptures that were in that gave everything it was supposed to give. Like, God will literally send a word for you, especially if you ask him. And I do ask him. I ask him every time I do my Bible study, like, as I'm reading and studying your word, send a word for me. And he sent it. He sent it. So I literally feel his overwhelming peace, and I'm at peace and just calm with everything. They did tell us it is officially confirmed that we are starting clinicals this week. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, because it is my first time in this capacity being a provider of patient care. So, like, when I was a dental assistant, nothing technically would have fallen on me. It would have fallen on the doctor if anything went wrong. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, if there's something I don't do, or if there's something I don't say, or don't tell the nurse, or don't, you know what I'm saying, don't document, a patient's life could literally end. Like, that. Y'all probably wondering why, I just realized I forgot I have these on. Y'all probably wondering why I have these beads. One of my classmate's birthday is today, and I believe it's Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras. I don't remember what exactly today is in Louisiana, but she's from Louisiana. So she brought beads and cake on her birthday, which is so funny and so cute at the same time. Because period, sis, celebrate me. But yeah, that's why I had these on. Yeah, today was much better. I mean, as y'all can see, I think y'all can tell that my demeanor is completely different from how it was yesterday. But yeah, now we are still stressing just a tad bit about our phlebotomy exam for tomorrow, because like I mentioned yesterday, we don't have a review or a study guide to go based off of, and it's just kind of like we don't know where our professor's going to pull these questions from. We don't know how she's going to ask them. We don't know. We just don't know. And it's like, what if you don't study the right thing or enough of the right thing, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and I do not want to fail. I do not want to fail. So I'm going to do my best, my very, very best to study as best as I can with the information that I've been given, because I literally don't know what else to do. So, like, I don't know if there are any, like, I don't think any of the college courses that I've taken have been without a, like, when we've had exams that we've not been given a review. I don't recall ever taking a class where the professor did not give a review. So, but I'm praying God gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? He just gonna have to help me, because I don't know. Like, he literally has been my study guide, literally, because I'll be like, Lord, I don't know what I need to, you know, take down as far as notes are concerned. So when I was going through everything, he pointed out which ones I needed to copy. And now, why would you do that? I just really don't like his children. I don't. They don't know how to just, like, if anything, this is the only thing that has upset me today. It's driving, or the way people drive. But that's the only reason I've been upset today. Oh, and then I was late to, they had us come an hour early so that we could have a preclinical orientation little meeting, because we are starting clinical this week. And we're supposed to be there at 11:30. So I wake up at 7, and I left the house at like 9, and I got to school at like 9:45, I think. And then I sat and I ate breakfast in the car, and then I went inside and I was studying for our pharmacology quiz, and then I started reading. I'm still reading, what is it called? The Love Script, I think, is that what it's called? By Tony Shiloh. I think that's what I told y'all it was called. But, or did I tell y'all that I started that book? I think I did. The vlog that I went to go get my hair done in. I started reading it then. Oh, I have to go see what they're talking about. But anyways, so I got wrapped up in that. I didn't leave from where I was, because I didn't go to where the classroom was. I went to another part of the building to just study, because they have like different tables and stuff set up everywhere. So I went to another area to study, and so I look at the time, it's 11:37. I'm like, oh no, I'm late. Like, I've never been late to class a day in this program. So all of my classmates I walk in, woo, that hurt. Ooh. Oh, we're about to die. But anyways, so I walk in the classroom, because like I said, I've never been late. So I walk in the classroom, my class was like, we're just getting started. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm out of breath. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, one of my other classmates, she was like, girl, I was wondering where you were, because I got here, I was the first one here, and she's usually one of the last few people to get there. So they was worried, because I'm one of the first few people to get there, like probably one out of 2 or 3 that get there like early. But yeah, like, I was late, and I told them, I was like, I was here and I was still late. How does that make sense? So yeah, but that was the only thing that would have set me off today. But I'm proud of myself. I am honestly proud of myself, because any other day that would have sent me, and that just would have ruined the rest of my day. Like, it would have made me upset, and it would have made me angry. You know, it would have went a whole other way. But God just, like I told y'all, his overwhelming peace, he has just overwhelmed me with his peace today, and I'm grateful. I am grateful. All right, I done talked y'all's ear off for 2 days now. I'm about to, I was about to say, I don't know, like heck. Anyways, I'm about to head home, and then I am going to probably see y'all tonight. I'm in a much better mood, so I'll probably see y'all tonight. But if I don't, then I will. Honestly, I only started this vlog because we have, well, I was expecting us to have clinicals, and now we officially do have clinicals this week, and I definitely wanted to take y'all along with me for that process. I am extremely nervous, like I told y'all, but I know that if God got me this far, he is not going to let me make it this far just to leave me or to let me fail. So, like, we are in week 7. We have 5 more weeks to go. So, I'm going to take y'all along with me for this crazy ride. Crazy in a good way, though, because it's definitely probably going to be interesting. But I'm going to take y'all along with me for these next few weeks. Now, the vlogs may go, oh, Lord. It's a wreck that done happened, and, oh, both cars are messed up. Now, how can you determine who's at fault? But y'all, this is why you gotta know how to drive. Make sure I'm paying attention. They done got on the wreck. These folks, oh my gosh, I can't see. It's literally scared me. Ooh, that literally scared me. Okay, just pull out right here. Okay, but I done talked y'all's ear off for 15 minutes both of these days. So like I said, I'll probably see y'all if, or maybe I won't, because I really have a lot to do. I mean, I have a lot to do, like, period, point blank. But I also need to study. Lord, y'all, I just realized we have phlebotomy tomorrow. We have that class from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. And then we got to wake up. I have to wake up at 3, because y'all know I have to do my devotion and I need to shower. Those are the 2 things I told y'all. I don't remember what vlog, but the 2 things I told y'all I need to do before I leave anybody. I mean, before I go anybody. What? Before I leave my house, those are the 2 things that I need to do before I go be in anybody's face. Okay? So, I gotta wake up at 3. Now, thankfully, the time was pushed back for our meet time, so we don't have to be there until 6:30 now. But I still need to leave the house at least an hour before. So maybe I could wake up at 3:30. But see, that might be pushing it. I'm gonna try 3 and see how quickly I get ready, and then we'll see what I do for Friday. But y'all, pray my strength. Literally pray my strength, because again, we have to wake up, or we have to be there at 6:30. So either way, I would have to wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is definitely, but I still have to wake up at that time. And the fact of the matter is, I don't get home until almost 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. I'm low-key getting a little stressed again, thinking about all this work that I have to do. But I'm not gonna allow the stress to overwhelm me, because I literally have had the Lord's peace all day. So, yeah, again, y'all just pray my strength because this turnaround, and we have to do this 2 days in a row. 2. So, y'all pray for me. But if I don't see y'all between tonight, tomorrow, I will definitely see y'all Thursday and Friday for my first week of clinicals. Guys, happy and blessed Thursday. It is my first clinical day. I finally have the feeling of excitement because I have just been so irritated and annoyed and frustrated and anxious about getting to this day because everything has just been all over the place. Okay, it's been all over the place, but I just literally feel God's peace resting on me and sitting on me. So I'm grateful for that because look, it's been a bit of a struggle getting here. So I just made it to the hospital. It is 8, well, I made it at like 8:12, but I've been trying to find parking. I had to come up to like one of the highest floors, and I think I'm on level 6. But I'm gonna move in just a second, but I parked here and the sun is like giving everything it needs to give so y'all can see me. And then I'm gonna move to a spot closer to the elevator because I'm a woman, number one. First and foremost, I'm a woman, so I need to make sure I'm safe. But because I'm like around the corner from the elevator, but I just don't know about that. Because I'm gonna have to walk to my car by myself, I'm quite sure. I don't see any of my classmates' cars. So, which I also get everywhere earlier than everybody. We were supposed to be here at 6:30, but they had us register for the hospital's thing, like their portal, late yesterday. We were supposed to do it on Monday, but they told us on Tuesday, oh no, y'all don't need to worry about it. And then last night they were like, oh, actually y'all do need to worry about that. So we had to fill that out. So they just needed time to process all the information. So they told us our start time would be 9. And we're going to work until 4:30. So they did not extend our time, and I'm grateful for that. But they also said that we would meet our clinical hours, the required hours that we need in order to take the state exam. So yes, I just got here. I stopped and got me some 7 Brew this morning. I tried the iced cookie butter latte extra sweet in the medium, and it's good. So yeah, I am going to try to take y'all along with me as much as I can on today. I did not check in with y'all Tuesday night or yesterday because, like I said, I had a lot to do and it was just a little hectic. And then I was just really worried about that phlebotomy exam. However, I feel like I did well. My theme this week has been bees. I don't know why, but hey, look, I passed. That is what I'm worried about. With these 3 courses, I passed. Like, there's too much to be worried about. I passed, okay? I'm grateful. I literally told God, I don't care what grade I get. Just don't let me fail this exam. Because we did not know what it was going to be over. And then now we know next time, like, don't just focus on one specific thing. Because it was just, like, we were focused on the order of draw and the color of the tubes and all the additives that are in the certain tubes and all that kind of stuff. And she, like, literally went over, like, basically the whole PowerPoint. Or each chapter, the 3 chapters that we had lecture over or whatever. So we were like, okay, next time go over everything. Don't just focus on the one thing, go over every single thing, which is what I had intended to do. But then I was like, okay, maybe I should just focus on, you know, the order of draw and the color of the tubes and the additives that are in there. There were like, I think maybe 4 or 5 questions over that. I think everything else was everything else. So yeah, but I'm about to go try to find me a parking spot closer to the, what is it called? The elevator. I will see y'all, try to see y'all at some point today. They said that we're going to eat lunch together. So I don't know. I thought we were going to have to eat lunch like by ourselves or whatever. So they said we cannot leave, which I completely understand because technically we're in their care. So if we leave, something could happen to us and it'll be on them. So totally understand, which is perfectly fine with me because who is walking all the way to this car? Not me. But anyways, so I'm about to go try to find me a parking spot closer to the elevator. I will try to see y'all at some point today. If not, I will see y'all after my first clinical day for our debrief. Okay? Hey guys, today is going great. So I started off in telemetry and then we're going to lunch right now, and then I will be going to EKG. Hey y'all, my first day is done. So it actually got cut short because per usual freaking wall, my school ain't got their shit together. Y'all, don't even get me started. Anyways though, because I had a good day. I had a good chill day. I was in the telemetry room, which is where you watch the EKG strips. And then, well, for telemetry and EKG, we only have those half of a day. So, or that rotation half of the day. So I started in telemetry and then I went to EKG, but that got cut short because we technically weren't officially approved to come today, apparently. So our professor did not want us to get in trouble for being here when we technically weren't supposed to be. Even though we were approved by our school, we just weren't officially approved by the hospital. So we had to leave early, which I'm not complaining because I have clinical homework to do for my rotations today anyways. So I'm not upset. And that also means that I can go to bed on time and get a full night's rest because we have to be here tomorrow at 6:30. So, well, we have to be here by 6:15, but be where we're supposed to be by 6:30. So I want to make sure that I get enough sleep because I have to wake up at 3. Yes, I'm a 4 a.m. girly usually, but to get here on time because of traffic and all that kind of stuff, I need to wake up at 3. So yeah, and tomorrow, guess where I'm going to be? The freaking ER. I'm going to be in the ER. And I need some time to process that. But what I said at lunch was, I want to go ahead and get that rotation over with. I kind of wish I had it today because that would mean that I wouldn't have to, I don't get to touch patients because today we were just supposed to be shadowing. But I think like the first half of being there, I'm going to tell them I'm shadowing, purely shadowing. Do not give me any patients. Do not let me touch nothing or nobody. And then we also, another thing, we have to get checked off on blood sugars. So yeah, I got to go home and study that so that I can get checked off on that tomorrow so that I'm able to do those tomorrow. Because at the end of our phlebotomy class, we have to have 106. So yeah, but what was I saying? I don't remember, but either way, I had a pretty good day. And so I'm not upset about getting to go home early. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it went. I have no complaints. I have no, not really much to say. I mean, besides I don't want to say it's a complaint, but the only negative thing I would have to say about today is that it just seems that my school just never has it together. And that's kind of annoying, but hey. You live and you learn. So I'm about to head home and get to this homework, and I will probably see y'all there since it's earlier. We were supposed to get off the floor at 3:30 so that we can have our post conference from 3:30 to 4:30, and then we would go home. But it is just now about to be 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on this highway so that I can get home. Yeah. But yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, well, I'll either see y'all later or tomorrow. I also forgot to tell y'all that we had to leave early also because we needed to get because we weren't officially cleared to start, we needed our badge buddies and parking passes. So yeah. And also, did I tell y'all yesterday that they said, well, of course they told us, but we also know that we are the first cohort to go to this hospital. So they've placed this great amount of pressure on us to be perfect. And y'all already stressing me out enough. Y'all don't think? So yeah, there's that. But they did say, a blessing in disguise, is that they are ready to basically hire every single one of us once we finish. So can't say I'm upset about that. Cannot say I'm upset about that. those are the two things that I forgot to tell y'all when I was doing the debrief earlier. So I just want to let y'all know that. And now I am officially just gonna talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, happy and blessed Friday. I am so tired, Bookie. Like, ooh, so sorry I was not able to check in. I forgot to film the intro before I got out of the car, but I saw my practically, but I saw my classmate, and I was like, oh, you know what? She's getting out of the car. It'll be good if I don't walk by myself. So I just got out of the car at the same time as she did. And I just went ahead and went in with her. So I never did end up getting a chance to film an intro. And then, like I told y'all yesterday, I was in the ER today. So it started off slow, but because of HIPAA, of course, I was not going to record while I was in the patient's rooms. So I wasn't able to film anything. And then when I went to lunch, I was kind of like going in a rush because we were supposed to meet at a certain time. And I had already been running late, or like, not running late, but like I was finishing my task with my PCT and I didn't want to leave him by himself. So, well, leave him without finishing what we were doing because it was literally only a few extra minutes of my time. So I went ahead and finished that, and then I just rushed over to eat lunch with my cohort. And then right after lunch, like, we just rushed back. So, and then we had a very interesting trauma, very sad, but very interesting trauma patient come in. So we had that to deal with and all the things. So I just really did not get an opportunity to get on at all today. However, I am here today, or not today, I'm here right now to debrief with y'all. I will say ER today was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I thank God that he aligned it the way that he did, because I don't think it could have went any more perfect. Like, it was everything that I needed. And it honestly took away the fear and the anxiety of the ER for me. Now, I'm not saying that every day is like this for them, because I'm pretty sure today was a chill day. But it was like, it was slow, and then it picked up, and then it got slow again, and then it picked up again. So, like, there was at one point I was literally by myself. Like, I was the PCT. So, like, they took my PCT, my preceptor, and sent him somewhere else. Don't even remember where they sent him. And I was just left there. Like, he was having me hook up everything for the vitals. And then they took it. He was like, but I have my student. And they're like, oh, she's fine. You know, I'm like, am I? But I just finished getting the vitals for, hold on, y'all. Oh, that's Emma. Have a nice day. Thank you. You too. But yeah, so what was I saying? I just finished getting the vitals and told the nurse what I needed to tell her, and then I just walked back to the station to wait for him to come back, because I was like, what am I supposed to be doing here? So yeah, like I said, I feel like today was a pretty good day. I don't really have any complaints. Now, what is interesting, what is tea? 2 patients I will tell y'all about. One patient was on meth and he was having withdrawals. So that was interesting. And then we had another patient who apparently has a history of elopements. And that just means that, like, they come to the hospital and then leave without being discharged. So, or that's what I gathered. I don't know if that's actually like the definition or what that actually means, but that's what he did. Like, he was so nice, but he literally just got up and walked out. Like, he was supposed to be going to the restroom, and they said, okay, he was a fall risk. So he was supposed to be going to the restroom, And they said, okay, first of all, he had gotten up and went to the restroom without like pushing his call light to let us know he needed to go. So the nurse is like, what are you doing up? And he's like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. She's like, oh, okay. Well, here, she helped him to the bathroom. Then she's like, when you're done, pull the cord so that we know to come get you and we can transport you back to your room. So then while she was doing that, like I said, they sent my preceptor away somewhere else. Still don't know where he went. And so there was another lady covering his patient, which was like, we're of course like where the nurses aide, so we're helping the nurse out. And the lady that was covering his patients, so she was my temporary preceptor at that moment, she went to put a bed alarm on the patient's bed so that we would know when he got up again, just in case he decided to get up without pushing the call light. So she went to go do that, and she was gonna wait until he pulled the cord to get him out of the restroom. I'm cleaning the room. What do we call that? I'm flipping, because that's what we called it in dental. But I'm flipping the room, like stripping the bed of the soiled linens and then disinfecting and then putting all the new linen on and all that kind of stuff, and making sure the room is stocked and has everything it needs or whatever. So I'm doing that, and she's down, and he's supposed to be in the bathroom is literally diagonal from that room. And she, of course, is in there putting on the bed alarm and waiting for him to pull the cord. She comes out from putting on the bed alarm. He's not in the bathroom. The bathroom door's open. One of the other PCTs says that she saw him leaving out of the ER because she thought that he was discharged. She thought he was a discharged patient. So she let him go. And then, okay, the nurse is freaking out a little bit. So she goes to put it in over the, I think they call it like broadcast or something like that, where it goes over the PA or whatever, and let the security guards know, like, hey, have you seen this person? They're like, oh yeah, we saw him leave. She's like, what? It's just, it was a whole, oh, I'm sorry. It was a whole thing. So, yeah, pretty interesting day, if I must say so myself. I shall not complain about the interesting things that happened today. So we actually had two. I don't know if that other lady was on meth though. I think they said she was on heroin, but we had a few patients that, thank you, were on drugs today. So, oh God, the children do not know how to drive. But why actually is it backed up like this? It's only 4:15. I mean 4:18, but like it's not even, you know what I'm saying, 5 o'clock yet. Anyways, so are you trying to get over here, boo? I'm ready to get done. I'm ready to get home. Like, but yeah, walked out. So then I'm like, oh, okay. All right, that's what we do. Cool. So then the nurse is like, well, like she literally was looking for that man for like probably 15, 20 minutes. And then she was finally like, okay. I mean, because I mean, they can't chase the patient down. But yeah, so he's gone. I hope he all right. And it's not like they say, they were like, was he with it? Meaning like, was he there? Like, and she's like, yeah, he was so nice. He answered all of her questions and all those types of things. So it's like, no, he was perfectly fine. Like, he was in his right mind. When they say, are they with it? They mean, are they in their right mind? Like, are they, what is that called? I can't think of that word. Are they, child, I can't think of that word right now. Like, when I tell you my brain, like, my brain is tired. My brain is tired. But, yeah, so the skills that I got to perform today were skills. I got to do several 5-lead EKGs and one 12-lead EKG. Y'all, like, I felt like a real PCT. And at one point, I was stocking the gloves and everything. Like, I felt important. So, yeah, I liked it. I really wish I could have recorded more for y'all this week. But this week was a little hectic, so y'all really just gonna hear me yap. Y'all just gonna hear me yap. So I apologize for the lack of footage, but it was a pretty hectic week, especially getting ready for clinical because of all the foolishness that was going on with that, and then just the intensity and everything with actual clinical, and then of course like trying not to go against HIPAA and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I tried to record as much as I could. Like yesterday I did better with checking in. However, today, because I was in the ER, that just was not an option. Not an option. So, yeah, honestly, I would do it again. I would do it again. Now, my PCT, he was a paramedic, but he was on schedule as a PCT. I don't know if I said that. But at first, it did seem like he did not want me or my classmate. It just seemed like he didn't want us, just like the ladies yesterday. So, I don't know. I just simply don't know. But he ended up being really cool. He let me do a lot of stuff. Of course, after, like, I let him know, like, hey, you know, we checked off on this, and da-da-da-da-da. Because at first, I was just observing, like, if I did not want to do a thing. But then he started asking me, hey, do you want to do this? Well, he didn't ask me, do I want to do this? He actually just told me to do it, so I did it, which it was vital, so I didn't mind, which I said, like, if I did anything, it was going to be vitals. Like, that was the only thing I felt comfortable doing. Like, I wasn't doing anything else. But then he let me do, because we just literally checked off on EKGs last week. Well, we did a 12 lead, but I knew what to do for a 5 lead. But we literally just checked off on those last week. I was like, oh yeah, because that's still fresh in my brain. Which, I mean, everything needs to be fresh in my brain. But, hey, what are you doing? Oh, these people are stressing me out. Anyways, so I done talked y'all's ear off this whole entire week. I'm sorry for the lack of footage. Like I said, I'm really honestly and truthfully going to try to do better next week, because I do want to continue to take y'all on this experience with, is that what I say? On this experience? Take y'all with me through this experience is what I'll say. But yeah, overall this week was I'll say 5 out of 10, just because it started off really irritating because of everything, like them not just being unsure of things and just all those types of things. But I cannot complain about clinical at all this week. I really actually enjoyed my rotations this week. I'm interested to see what I get next week, because a lot of my classmates have been on med-surg units, and they have been dealing with a lot of like contact precautions and airborne precautions, and like I'm not looking forward to that. I can tell you that now, because they've been also saying that they've been dealing with a lot of poop, and one of my classmates said that she just kept smelling it. I'm a little nervous about that. But it's got to be done, honestly. It's got to be done. So it will get done by God's grace. He has blessed every single clinical day this week, and I just trust and believe that he'll do the same next week and the following weeks until this program is over. Trust me, I am counting down the days. But, and really, honestly and truthfully, I just have to make it through next week, and then we're on spring break, baby. We are on spring break. Now, I don't honestly believe that we're going to get a true break, just because of just because I'm quite sure we're going to have to be studying for something, honestly. But it'll be a break from having to come to school and stress about, you know what I'm saying? Just be stressed. So I'm looking forward to that break. But like I said, I'm done talking y'all's ears off this week. That is going to bring us to the end of this vlog. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to stay tuned for more of my Sisters Mama Kai content, my Finding Key and Nursing with Key content, our Double K Nation content, and our Life with Double K Nation content, we would like it if you would all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, lovelies.